Welcome back to the Malt Miller YouTube channel. Today we are talking about a topic that is very close to both our hearts and should be in the minds of all homebrewers at all times. We're talking about cleaning.
That's right, cleaning is absolutely close to our hearts because all of our brewing equipment should be pristine before we use it. All of our fermentation equipment should be clean before we use it. But increasingly here at the Malt Miller, we are getting more and more obsessed about how clean our glassware is. So today we're coming to talk to you about two brand new products we've had in our range, and those are from Chemisphere. One is called Brush Up and the other is called Baseline.
So James, obviously we are known for supplying the very best quality of equipment and ingredients, but it doesn't stop there, does it?
No, it really doesn't. You know, we do take pride in making sure that you've got the highest quality ingredients to use, and our range of equipment is all tried and tested by us, and we wouldn't sell it if we weren't confident it was going to be able to do the job. That also stretches to the range of cleaning solutions that we offer. You know, we've recently brought in things like Brew, which is a really powerful cleaning detergent that's far easier to use on all of your brewing equipment, and you at home have gone wild for it. But today we're talking about two new products that we've brought into the range, and they're from Chemisphere. Now, Chemisphere we've worked with for a long time now, haven't we, Rob? They provide us with ChemClean and ChemSan, you know, which we know lots of you use at home for cleaning your brewing equipment and sanitizing everything. But we've actually been working with them for some solutions for stuff that we use in-house for cleaning some of our equipment here, some of our commercial equipment. And those are the products that we want to talk about you today. Well, one of the products. The other one actually stems all the way back from when we were doing that work with Budvar, right?
So part of homebrewing and providing that pint to your friend that you are serving them, we can't have dirty glasses.
No, we don't want to fall foul of the DGM.
No, definitely not. And we do see it all the time. You get to see a post on Facebook of someone really massively proud of their beer, and what they get is 100 comments saying, oh, clean that glass.
Yeah, bubbles everywhere, right?
Yeah, when the bubbles stick to the side of a glass, it means they're sticking to something, and that something is normally dirt.
Rob, come on then, tell us all about Baseline and why we're so passionate about having it in the range.
Okay, so it's a really important product because it is a degreasant. Now, one of the things, almost all of the homebrew cleaning products on the market are sodium bicarbonate based. That's the oxy type cleaner, and they're absolutely fantastic at doing what they do, but what they don't do is remove grease very well.
Yeah.
So if you've got a brand new piece of stainless steel equipment, for example, and you need to do that first initial clean, sodium bicarbonate is not great for doing that. This Baseline product is absolutely ideal.
Yeah, so it's actually designed to be used within the catering industry as a hard surface cleaner. Yeah. It's also really eco-friendly, so it's biodegradable. Yeah. It's not going to cause problems downstream. It's also a sanitizer. Now, we wouldn't necessarily say that you would want to skip your sanitizing step as well, but for cleaning your brew kit, you know that at the end of brew day, when you clean it and you package it all up, if you use Baseline, actually you're going to leave things sanitary as well. So there's not going to be as much chance of like going back to your grainfather or your brew kettle a few months later to get a brew on, open it up, and you know, suddenly you see a load of like things growing in there that you wouldn't want. Yeah. The other big benefit we've found with this as well is if you're using advanced hop products. Yeah. So if you use an incognito, for example, sometimes it varies in degree, but it can leave a residue in your brewing system. Actually, Baseline is fantastic for removing that.
It literally takes it straight off, and you can use it in relatively low concentrations, and it's fantastic for the cleanup after using those advanced products.
Yeah, and it's unscented, so as you'd expect for kind of all of the cleaning products that you want to use in your brewery.
definitely for this product, it wants rinsing afterwards. You do need to rinse it afterwards, but it doesn't hang around like washing up liquid. It's much, much easier to rinse than that.
Yeah, it's low foaming, right, as well. So actually just rinsing it out, it's so much easier.
Easy.
So that's baseline, right? And it might be worth you looking at that as one of your cleaning solutions for your brewing equipment. But the thing we really want to dive into loads of detail today, and it's a product we have become real fans of here, is called Brush Up. Rob, why have we fallen in love with Brush Up?
Because for cleaning glasses, it is absolutely fantastic. We can use it manually, although it's actually designed for the commercial world, but we can use it manually to clean our glasses, and we know that they're going to be taint-free, doesn't leave any taint. It's easy to rinse, and we can leave the glasses so that when we pour the beer into them, you don't get DGM.
Yeah, you don't get bubbles, none of that stuff. And actually, the reason we have started to really fall in love with this and why we wanted to bring it in is because we've done quite a few beer judging competitions here now at the Malt Miller, and throughout the day we need to have a fresh supply of clean glassware to use. We like to judge in glasses rather than in plastic cups. Partly because we don't want to throw all of those plastic cups away, it's not great for the environment, but also there's something to be said about drinking beer for competitions out of glassware. You know, you get the proper experience of the glass. Our glasses are shaped in a way so that, you know, from a sensory perspective, when we go to smell the beer in the glass, we're getting a really good sense of how the beer is smelling because of the shape of the glass. And it's just nicer, you know, it's more respect for the entrant, I think.
Well, exactly that. And also, there's a massive advantage to having a clean glass, because we need to be able to judge the beer in its best shape possible. So we need to have that glass absolutely sparkling clean, because it can massively affect head retention.
Speaking of head retention, we learned all about the perfect pour when we visited Budvar a couple of years ago with Radim, and as part of that series we did a whole video on the check pour. Now the check pour is a really special thing. It enhances the beer flavour, it enhances the drinker's experience, and it's something really precious in Czech beer culture. However, the same principles can and should be applied to all beer styles when we talk about the care and attention that's given to cleaning glassware. Now, one thing that we really took away from that, and we know that many of you have, is things like dedicated sponges for cleaning your glassware, making sure that all your beer glassware is cleaned by hand and not through your dishwasher.
Dishwashers, quick, easy, they're brilliant, but actually for dedicated glassware for your homebrew, not so much.
No. Great for cleaning your dishes, but in the same principle as like spongeware, which we'll come on to, do you really want your best beer glass that you enjoy sampling that first pour of your homebrew, or a new beer that you've bought that you really want to enjoy? You really want that washed in the same environment, using the same water as last night's spaghetti bolognese?
Look, we've all done it. I get home, I pour myself a beer, and how clean my glass is not going to be the first thing that I'm worrying about. But there are occasions when it is massively important. Oh, serving a beer to a friend, or I'm trying to showcase that beer, it's got to be in a clean glass.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm a bit different. I will make sure that all my glassware is hand cleaned, even on a Friday night.
It takes all sorts.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a little bit of an experiment to show you exactly what can happen when you use a detergent like Brush Up. We are going to get 3 glasses. One that's straight off the shelf that we know has been through the dishwasher here at Malt Miller HQ. We're going to get one, and we're going to clean it with regular washing up liquid, and we are going to use my filthy sponge from home that we use to do the washing up with. And then we're going to do a 3rd glass where we're going to use Brush Up to clean that glass, and we're going to use a dedicated sponge, which actually is a sponge that is from my pack of dedicated sponges that I bought recently.
As I said, it takes all sorts.
And we're going to fill those 3 glasses with the same beer, and we're going to leave them, and we're going to see what happens to both head retention, and we're going to look at kind of what the quality of the pour in the glass is like, how much fobbing you get, because in a dirty glass you're likely to get more fobbing when you pour the beer.
It completely disappears.
Yeah, and we're going to see how we get on.
James, I simply love doing experiments like that.
So do I. It's great fun, right? And, you know, we do it so you don't have to. Really interesting. We were using running receptors from the wonderful Lost and Grounded. We know they make amazing beer, and the head retention on their beers is going to be fantastic as well. The way we approached it is we filled each glass with a similar amount of beer. We gave each glass a slight swirl to make sure that the head level was the same on all three, and then we left it for a few minutes, didn't we?
Yep.
And you could see it. We were stood there behind the camera watching the head slowly race down, and it was like, first over the line was our dirty glass, second over the line was the glass with a greasy sponge.
Yeah, and the glass with the brush up, actually the head is still there, but the most interesting thing about it, once you've swirled the glass, the lacing of the head stays on the side of the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. We then also gave them another swirl because we wanted to go like, well, okay, was that a fluke? So we brought the head back up on each glass, and actually it was exactly the same again, wasn't it?
Yeah, but even quicker.
Yeah.
So the what we're going to call the dirty glass is actually the head dissipated way quicker that second time, and on that super clean glass with brush up, still there.
Yeah, I mean there is, yeah, very much so, still some head left in the glass, and it was a good few minutes ago. Now, it's not the most scientific approach. We could have done this in a bit more of a controlled way, but the point is we've proved for our own peace of mind to a reasonable degree of accuracy that it makes a difference.
But we've replicated what you can do at home.
Yeah.
You know, and the difference that it can make when you're serving a beer to your friends at home, where you want to showcase it in absolutely the best way possible.
Speaking of which, I think we should have a glass of this.
Yeah.
You can have the really dirty one.
I'll have the dirty one, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. And of course, if you've got any questions about these two new cleaning products that are new in our range, or any of the other products that we do, hit us up on the comments below.
And of course, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And as ever, have a great brew. Cheers.